Oh, we got to do the TikToks where he's holding the camera and it looks like he's choking us.
Oh, fuck! God, you fucking lanky motherfucker!
And they dust it more with some more Oreo cookies on top.
God damn!
That shit popping. That shit popping. I'm fucking dead.
I was on the phone with my fiance, so I wasn't sure like
This
how
guy's
to
dick
react.
is enormous. Holy shit, his hog is huge.
How about a summertime tradition? Jake kind of brought this up last night. Like, what is like y'all? What was y'all's like?
It's not the
during
only thing I brought up last night. Sorry, carry on.
So
My wayward son. I'm in a glass case of emotion!
You know, just basically, what's the some kind of things you guys like to that you did probably while you were younger during the summertime? Was it like go to the grandparents for a week, or was it go to a beach house, or you know, or maybe it's not just going to a place. Maybe it's like a certain food you eat during the summertime, or I don't know, just something that was a tradition during the summer. So,
What about, do you want to go, Austin? Go ahead. I was going to say, why don't you go first?
I mean, I guess during the summer I would always remember we used to have a pool, so I always swam in the pool every
Wow,
every day
flex!
in the summer. I'm not done yet, but no, I mean I think about like I don't know. I mean when we're
Jeez.
in school,
I bet you had a girlfriend at the same time too. Fuck.
maybe I don't know.
Okay, I didn't mean to get sad there. I mean, I think I did. I don't know.
Maybe at some point in my life.
But yeah,
Where are you?
No, I just
was
remember
that- I
like
was that-
swimming. I mean, I always
I was that
enjoyed
permanent
swimming.
third wheel, you know.
Oh.
the training.
It's
No,
Worse.
Brooks, you were the brother they were after. They just had to use Austin to get to you.
Good answer.
Yes.
Good ansser.
I love you, buddy.
Absolutely. They just didn't see the potential. That's all.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Fuck you, Austin. Love you. Just kidding.
They get with Austin. They're like, "Hey, so what's Brooks's deal?"
That's
Right.
dude. You're actually spot on. You're spot on.
Go
No,
ahead,
I mean,
Austin, I'm
like I
sorry.
said, I've always liked swimming, hang out. I mean, when we were in school, I mean, we were out of school. I think spend every day not being inside and spend all day outside. At some points, we go to the beach. I know for when we were younger, we used to, me and my dad's side of the family used to go to the beach all the time and spend a lot of time up there. Nowadays, I think it's just, I don't know. It's just hanging out.
You know what?
Just like this light is so bright, and I can see it through my retinas.
Well,
Brighter than your future.
Turn down that. Jesus Christ! Turn the fucking lights. Turn down the light, then. Yeah, just turn down the light.
You're a ghost.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're already not a well tanned individual. Okay?
Pretty fair. He's
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get a little more.
We've
darker at some
got a
point.
chin bearded Casper in our fucking podcast.
Twins.
That's fucked.
So what was like your? Did you have like a favorite game that you like to play in the pool besides like Find Your Willy?
I mean, I guess playing basketball. doing
Oh yeah.
chess games with like football, or we used to have a basketball hoops right next to our pool, so we'd use that a couple of times. Volleyball, I loved playing volleyball in the pool.
Yeah, of course you fucking loved it because you could spike that shit jumping 90 feet in the air.
Yeah, he likes to recreate the scene.
You
from
just
Meet the
stand there and
Parents.
just do this.
Yeah, meet the parents. Yeah,
Hey.
the scene was made up for him. Your mom's like, I'm just trying to have fun. Jesus Christ.
Not the face, not the face, not the face.
But yeah, those are pretty much my.
Swimming in the pool, I feel you.
Yeah, it sounds boring, but I think that was like just a big part of what I really enjoyed doing during the summer.
No, I mean it's not boring.
Yeah.
It was your favorite thing to do, swimming in your pool.
Yep.
If you think of another one, this isn't going to be like okay, you're done. Next, Alex. Like it's
And look. Can we talk about like that like first of the summer swim, like that first swim of the summer? Like, bro, doesn't it always fucking slap?
Yeah.
The best.
Because like the
And then
first
by,
time
like,
you fully submerge.
By the end of the summer, you're like, fuck this water.
Yeah, like it just feels like bath water by the end of the summer. You're like, man, fuck, this isn't even fun anymore.
Are we sure this water's been filtered? Are we
It's
sure?
like, sir,
Yeah.
can you please put on your fucking clothes? Oh,
Who cleaned this? I want to know who cleaned this pool.
Dude,
How many
like,
chemicals were in this pool?
When me and Brooks would like play baseball, we would get super sweaty during practice, and we wouldn't feel like taking a shower, so we just jump in the pool every time. So probably by the end of like when it started getting cold, I don't think the water was so that good because all the
That's when he needed to find his willy.
It got too cold, so I think my willy was inside my fucking body.
Oh, you were fucking yourself. All right, nice.
Oh my god.
Okay,
If only you would go fuck yourself now. I don't know. We got to do the TikToks where he's holding the camera and it looks like he's choking us.
Oh, fuck! God, you fucking lanky motherfucker!
I'd say mine's similar to Austin's, whether it's in a pool or the lake or taking trips or whatever, but the lake was kind of where I would go all the time.
Taken?
And then, huh?
Liam Neeson?
I will look for you. I will find you. And I've contracted AIDS.
Kind of like Austin, it was more or less football, basketball in the pool. Football was a little like, I got you under the water. No, you fucking didn't. Like, leave me alone. Like it's that kind of thing. And then basketball, it's just whoever can man. I'm sure Derek did this as a kid, but just whoever the fuck elbows their way through the goal. I was kind of that guy who would just be like, fuck you guys, this is my goal. So any time, especially since I would like go to pool parties a lot with like football teams and all that, you know, pool football was pretty lit and aggressive.
For sure.
So it basically just swimming and camping. Those are two of my favorite memories all the time. It's always kind of like a regularity that we do that. And yeah, just lighting up some s'mores while you go camping and then swimming in the lake, dude. It's pretty litty titty, you know what I'm saying?
Litty titty.
Yeah. So, you know, the normal summer shit.
Just be careful. You need to wait about 30 minutes so you don't get a stomach cramp after eating.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah, that never happened to me. I just had to poop right when I got out of the water.
Hell yeah, dude. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the water? Anzy.
Well, no. Like, it wouldn't hit me until I was already out, so I can't be like, I'm going back in.
Oh, dude, I got a story to tell you all about poop and water.
Can I?
I'm
Okay,
good.
just let me get my tradition out of the way before I throw
I'm
up.
good.
Austin's like, yo, speaking of great stories, I gotta tell you about shit and water together.
Water.
So one time I was in the bathroom taking a shit. Okay. Mine goes with pool as well. But mine's a little different. When I lived in Oklahoma, I won't say the exact pool because, you know, I don't want people, you know, trying to find me like anybody fucking cares. But when I lived in Oklahoma, we had a public pool that we would go to.
Talk to me, bro. I got you.
Well, we would have a public pool that we would go to in our area, and we only went, like, it was open a couple of 1 month after summer, 1 month before summer. That's when it was open. And I remember every single time the last day of school, me and my buddy Zach lived across the street from me, we would go day one. It would be like, I guess we could just say Whitewater Bay. If anybody knows what that is, it's not just an area thing where I live. There's a lot of them. But Whitewater Bay was like the park. It was almost like the Six Flags of water parks. And we would go there occasionally, but I didn't really like it. And then what we would do is that we would go there for about 2 to 3 hours. We would each bring about $2 to $5, depending on how much our parents gave us. And we would always get a Hot Pocket. They always had Hot Pockets that they would cook. It would be like a pepperoni Hot Pocket. It'd be in this little thing, like, all right, $2.50. Now, keep in mind, I'm 28 right now, about to turn 29. Lord fucking help me. This was when I was like 12 and 13, and the Hot Pockets were $2.50 for one. So think about how much money they were making off of that shit just from Hot Pockets. And people were buying them all the time. Like, yeah, I'm going to get a Hot Pocket. Dude, okay, that's the other thing. Getting out of a pool, even when it's hot as fuck outside, and you're in a pool that's perfectly cold, and let's say you get out immediately go and order a hot food like a Hot Pocket, a fucking pocket full of lava. For whatever reason, that mixes perfectly. So I don't know if they chose that for that reason, if they're like, oh yeah, we'll just sell Hot Pockets, like we can sell them one a piece, $2.50, whatever. They're kids. They'll fucking eat their own shit if they wanted to. So just being able to get out of the pool and get a Hot Pocket, I don't know why, but those Hot Pockets that I think about tasted better than any Hot Pockets I have now. I think about that shit all the time. Anytime I pass a pool, anytime I pass my parents' pool when I go over there, I'm like, man, I remember going to that pool every single summer. Even when we would get off, we would always like not go there constantly. Most of my traditions growing up were actually with my buddy Zach that lived across the street, and Jake knows him. But we would go to the public pool, not the school. Anyways,
the local public pool.
Local public pool. We would go there. We would go to like a local hot dog place that we had, and it recently shut down not too long ago. R.I.P. But that one sold like conies or whatever. Those little small hot dogs, but like perfect chili, all that stuff. I mean, I could go on and on as far as like summer traditions, because it was like every single time I would always go outside. It was like right when I woke up, I'd wake up probably like 9 or 10 back then. Immediately, go in, talk to my mom or whatever, say, all right, I'm going outside. I go outside, immediately dart over to Zach's house, and I say, all right, what are we doing today? Let's play airsoft. Let's play basketball outside. Let's go jump on the trampoline. Or let's play video games for a little bit. Either way, it involved something to do with outside. As we got a little older, it more or less turned into just video games. But in the summer, it was strictly like, all right, we got to go to the public schools or public pools, and we got to go to like, the hot dog place or something. But it's crazy that all of ours involves pools. I think that may have to do with the fact that we live in the South, but just the fact that it's something different between going to like your own pool and going to like almost like a park essentially, even though it's, like a public. It's just something different about that, because it almost feels like it has like an extra rewarding feeling, rather than being like, I can go jump in my pool any fucking time I want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas like, I'm sure it was still rewarding for y'all. Just for me, it felt like, because I mean, we had a pool in my other house. I never used that shit, but for whatever reason, going to the public pool was like better, other than it was giant, so it had way more room. But just being like, if I piss in this pool, I ain't gotta tell my dad. You know what I mean? Like, this is my shit. But yeah,
I mean, I piss my pool all the time. I didn't tell
I think it's also has a lot to do with, there could be a chance you can go meet up with some friends of yours that, if you were to swim in your own pool, yeah, you'll be swimming by yourself, you know? And there could be a chance like, I might run into some friends from school and we could all like play Whitewater, what was that the shark game in the deep end that you would
Sharks
play?
and Minnows?
Sharks and Minnows, yeah.
See,
sir.
We didn't call it that. See, that's a funny thing too about Jake. By the way, is your camera's off?
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry.
Okay, you're good.
You're gonna be back.
We didn't see. That's funny. That's funny about names too. So so you guys called it Sharks and Minnows, right? The one
Yeah,
where you went
that's-
like that and went around and try to find somebody, right?
There was, I think another one was Killer Shark or something like that, or
Whitewater Tailwater. Was it Whitewater Tailwater? Man, I could.
I know Sharks and Minnows was like one side was all the minnows, and then in the middle was the shark, and then you had to
and you had to try to
across
swim across
without
and
being
see.
touched by the shark.
Yeah,
And then there
it
was also a game where somebody was outside the pool and everybody was lined up on the wall, and then you had to like get the person that's up on the outside the pool to turn around, and if nobody was going, he had to make a step. He had to go forward, and then every time people would make him flip and nobody went, the farther he would get away from the pool. Well, obviously, the farther away you can get across the pool without him getting to you. Know?
Right.
So the goal was to get to the other side of the deep end without him getting to you. So it was cool, and the more people he caught, the more people that were like it, if you want to call it.
Team,
I forget the name of the game though.
Yeah, because like fun. I think Jake said is like, I don't know if it was called Killer Shark what we played, but ours was like someone would have to swim like this.
Yeah,
we'd almost have to like dolphin it. So we'd have to like go through the water. There would be like a little barrier, so you couldn't just like, if we played in the public pool, nobody would get caught. Basically, I guess it was Killer Shark. It was Shark something. But we would go like this, and then we would get next to somebody. We could use our other hand, and if we dragged them under, then that's like a point. But you could still grab somebody. Now, keep in mind, Jake knows the size of Zach. So when Zach was Shark, I always won. Let's just be honest. My hand could grab around his leg and pull it. His hand could probably get a fourth of my thigh. So I would allow him to try to do both because we would get in the deeper end. But of course, when he'd come around, I'd just fucking push him down. We eventually made a rule where I couldn't do that. I had to just try to stay up because he would just come around. I'd just be like, nope, just like push him under. But yeah, those were fun. And we didn't actually like have like actual friends that would come there, but we would see regulars. Because there was one summer we would go there. I think we went there like 2 months in a row, like at least a couple times a week, and we would see regulars there all the time. And we'd be like, "Hey, what's up, so and so, whatever." And sometimes we didn't even know their name. We just knew, "Hey, guy with blue shorts, saw you here yesterday. Let's play." It's so crazy how it is nowadays. Because now, if it was like that, if I saw fucking Austin in the pool, I don't know who he was, and I'm like, "Hey, guy, you want to fucking play Shark Attack?" And he's like, no.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. Yeah. It's not like we had a bunch of friends where me and Austin grew up, and the community pool that we would always go to. And of course, whenever we were younger, it was much easier to go. You didn't have to have a parent
because you had a lot of friends, right?
Yeah, and like all the kids that we went to school with all lived in that subdivision. So we would just go, and sometimes it would just be me and Austin, and then there's other times where we go and there's like the entire neighborhood of kids that we know, and they're all up there
because they heard y'all were there. They're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it was fun, and we always and then we ride our bikes down there. So, and then obviously whenever we got older, we would drive, but mostly riding our bikes.
Yo, that's cool.
Riding your bikes was a big tradition in summertime.
Yeah.
See, because we kind of like Derek, there was always those friends that no matter what we played, I kind of just powerhouse my way through it. So, but I also went against other football players a lot because I was just like the pool parties we would throw all the time. Over time, everyone started just kind of turning it into like a mosh pit in the pool. That's pretty much how it turned into.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, get off me, dude! Yeah, like it was just a brawl, and we used to play a game where once we played football and then it became uncivil in the pool.
Yeah.
It was called Smear the Deer.
Yep.
Oh,
we called it something else.
Okay.
We called it something else.
I'm pretty sure it's not called that, but I've got you.
You had me in the first half. You had me in the first half.
I've been reading.
You had me in the first half.
Okay.
I forgot about that game. Oh god.
Yeah. So
Smear the Deer.
I wrote myself.
I smear them all the time.
I wrote myself a note in my notebook the other day. It's backwards.
Eat cake.
Yeah, you might not be able to read it, I wasn't sure. It was a little backwards.
No,
But it was
it's
just
pretty good.
just a little reminder, like when things get tough at work. Well, I just gotta remember my
I've
I've
mantra.
had the worst day today. I'm gonna eat some cake.
I gotta remember my mantra. What would Jake do? WWJD. What would J Money do?
Widget.
What would J Money do? And then whenever I think that, I will just go to my handy dandy notebook with my red crown, and I'll read a little message I left myself. So,
Have you thought of calling yourself OJ?
it's got a couple more media issues with that nickname. So,
Original Jake. You do the original Jake.
What about Jake the Snake?
I will say, while his complexion is not black, he is white, which was the color of OJ's Bronco. So technically, I mean, he's kind of there, you know?
You almost trapped me. I almost said something real bad.
Exactly. Also,
Jake's also killed his ex-girlfriend.
You said what now?
I just want to let you guys know Taco Bell has been ordered.
Oh, you ordered it on DoorDash?
Yeah, whenever I got off my camera, I ordered some DoorDash.
What'd you order?
Oh.
Tell us the order.
Here.
Now, will you go ahead, Brooks. Go ahead.
Give it to me.
What did you order? Give it to me.
Seriously, what the fuck did you order?
I think our listeners want to know too.
So it fucked up because I immediately went to the Cravings menu. I was like, eh. Then I went to the favorites.
The whole menu?
No, I didn't get the whole menu. But there's a lot of meals on the favorites that looked pretty tasty. Didn't mean to sound like Cusco. Saying Cusco. But
pretty tasty.
So I think I ordered like 2 meals with 2 drinks. I can't remember which meals though, because right after I ordered, and I came back on camera, and then like not even half a minute later, sorry, popcorn. Not even like half a minute later, I picked my phone back up because I was like, did I confirm the order? Let me double check. Let me make sure. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little fucked up.
Nice. Yes,
Next
sir.
question.
Bro,
So what did you get? I saw on vid.
Yeah, seriously, tell us what you got.
But what did you get?
well, let me
check your fucking order.
God damn it.
You can't like tease us saying I got Taco Bell and be like, I'm not gonna tell you the fucking order.
Yeah, I was like,
it's because I couldn't remember,
drinks.
but I didn't want to like move my phone again. I feel like it's rude since we're all talking to me. Ooh, my DoorDasher is CJ. I hope that's not my coworker. He does do DoorDash. Okay, I got a 2 chicken chalupa supreme combo with a nachos, cheese, Doritos, Locos Taco Supreme, and a large soda. I got a chicken quesadilla combo with another Doritos, Locos Taco Supreme, and a large Mountain Dew. And then I got a Crunchwrap. And then I got a Crunchwrap Supreme with no tomatoes by itself because I'm trying to watch my figure.
My baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Chili, baby back ribs.
Tomatoes are 0 calories.
You're gonna have a long night,
96%
dude.
water.
Take a breath, man. Take a breath.
Oh shit!
This gonna be a long night tonight, dude. You're gonna feel it.
Bro, you know what's fucked up is I already ordered dinner on DoorDash like maybe 2 hours ago. So like I've eaten. That's not a concern. But this popcorn ain't slapping. Like,
but a meal for 7 will.
Hey, have you tried the new naked chicken chalupa?
I just ordered the 2 combo.
Oh, okay.
where it's like just a chicken like tortilla. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Like
it's chicken and inside's like
yeah. I think that's the
avocado
combo.
ranch.
I think that's the double combo I just ordered besides the Crunchwrap and the quesadilla
Quesadilla.
and the 2 tacos and the 2 large soft drinks.
2 tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a real American. I got a meal for 7 coming in.
Bro, deadass. Okay, can I just tell you? We went to what the fuck, dude? Where are you?
So sorry.
And I'm so sorry. So tonight when we went to go get my bong and shit, sorry, I'm a little high. We were looking at grinders, like to
I know grinders.
shake, rattle, and roll that weed, you know. And
not for pepper and salt.
yeah, and we were eyeballing some of the cheaper ones because we were like, trying to save a pretty penny. And they literally leaned up and they're like, "You don't want to buy those. They're not American, so they're not very great." And I was like, "Is that in spirit of the holiday, or are you just trying not to save my money here?" And they're just like, "I'm just saying they're imports. That's American." And they kind of started an outbreak. And I said, "What the fuck?"
Yikes! Yikes!
I said, "This is your sales pitch? I'll take 2."
I like everything that we all just said is basically a tradition of mine too, going swimming. But another big thing is right after, especially when we lived on a golf course, after it rained, I loved going out at night with my headlight and looking for frogs.
Okay.
Did that.
You say looking for thongs?
No, frogs.
Oh,
My bullfrogs.
I thought we were doing a panty raid. I'm sorry.
On the golf course?
Hey man, maybe he's having
That would have been dope.
gilfs, my guy. You don't know.
The occasional snake, But also, I like there'll be some days where we would go and get our library cards, and I would ride my bike to the library and go play RuneScape for probably about 4 or 5 hours.
You fucker. That was the other one. Hell yeah, dude.
They had me in the first half because I was about to call him a nerd for going to read in the middle of summer.
Dude, fuck that, dude. I'm using my library card to go rent a laptop and go.
I'm like, my hand
the
was
back
here, ready to
corners.
go, nerd! And then you said to play RuneScape, so you fucking
And I would
got
go,
me.
and they give you like an hour to play, but you can go and read. If nobody was in line, you can go and re-rent it. So I'll be up there for about a couple hours and just playing.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
I remember that, dude. Those are some good ass times, Brooks. Because I remember going with Zach, and that was the other thing we would do too. Like if we didn't want to go to the pool, or it was just like Oklahoma
Way
had,
too hot outside.
yeah, way too fucking hot or something, or like we just didn't have money.
It was.
Yeah, because like the library was free, so you could go there and like rent time. So we're like, hey, we don't have any money to go to the pool. And we would be there for, like you said, like 4 or 5 hours playing fucking RuneScape from like literally 10 a.m. to 4.
They had a vending machine that had canned sodas in it.
Yeah.
And they were 50 cents a piece. They're
50
not
cent?
like that nowadays.
Hell no.
You
Well, to be fair, you can find some of those. Like I've seen like a Walmart ones with like 50 cent, but it's Walmart. So I mean, like they're
and
they have
were
like a whole
they were
stack
canned
full.
sodas. They're
Yeah,
not
that is
the bottle
true.
ones.
That is true. They were canned sodas. Yeah.
But yeah, we would go and I would just go get me a couple root beers. Like I'm drinking. I felt like I was drinking beer while I was playing.
Hell
games,
yeah.
See, moments
just
like
being that like dweeb, like, oh, I'm drinking beer. But
it's like those candy cigarettes when you're a kid.
Yeah.
It's like I'm so fucking cool.
Spider-Man and Hulk on them.
Yeah,
You get those sparkling grape wine and shit where you're just like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm an adult.
I'm a doll.
Yeah, fucking pinkies. Yeah,
So,
man.
that was, and go ride my bike to the parks and stuff like that, and just a lot of bike riding.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sure.
Man,
I bet you got great thighs.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember me and Brooks got grounded for some reason. You were grounded for something. And my mom made for exercise, we had to like ride our bikes all the way to like, I don't know if you remember, but like I can't say the school. It's I'm trying to.
If you
I think
do,
it
I'll
was
cut it out on accident, or if you say it on accident, I'll cut it out. It's fine.
Our mom had made us have to ride our bikes all the way there and then all the way back because it was like a way of like exercise. But
That was a
that way
long day.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But it was like
To be fair, at least y'all like had each other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at least you guys could like talk about shit. Calm
Yeah.
down, Jake. I'm not trying to be sappy. I'm just saying like at least you had someone to talk to. But still,
Yeah.
But at least you
But-
had each
but
other.
on your side though, fuck that.
Yeah. No,
That's a
and
long
like
bike ride,
Fuck
dude.
that.
yeah, it was pretty crazy because it was like well she was like, you'll have to be here in a certain time. I can't be that for that long.
Oh, she
Like,
timed
I was-
you? What the fuck?
Yeah, then she timed us.
Yeah, she timed us.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. And you can be honest, since you know, even if I'm sure that they'll never watch any of this, but how many times did y'all fake it?
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
a trap. Don't do it. It's a
I
trap.
I think we only did it. I think
Hey, we've all faked doing
Oh, no,
punishments.
yeah, for sure. I think she only made us do it like 3 times.
Okay.
I think we only faked it
Twice.
twice. Yeah, twice.
Brooks is like, yo,
Twice.
bro, twice.
yeah.
After the first
We
one, you're
literally went up
like,
to the
nah,
park
fam.
Up the street. We went to the park up the street and just sat there for like 30 minutes, and then we came back like, "Are we done?"
I was just about to ask you what your strategy was, like what y'all did. Like, did you go find a local water fountain and splash yourselves like you're Spain and shit? Or, like,
Well, and that's the thing. Like, we couldn't go to like a friend's house because she had all the numbers to the parents' house.
Oh.
So, like, if anything was curious about, she would actually like text or call them and say, "Hey, were we there?" So, like, we had to find ways to like throw the system out. So, I mean, it works. I mean, the first time we were like after the first time we're like, no, fuck that. Ain't doing
that
shit
was
again.
bad. That was
Yeah.
bad.
Damn,
Yeah.
made y'all fucking ride to a goddamn different school. What the fuck?
Yeah,
On
dude.
the other end of the city, like, good lord.
now,
Yeah.
why was it? Was it like a forced thing or like an encouraged thing? What?
It was
why?
like
It's part of their
So
punishment.
It was supposed to be encouraging, but it was
yeah,
forced.
it was it was more of like, so we got in trouble for something, but my mom didn't want us to be inside. But she
Yeah, like
didn't,
a positive like encouragement kind of thing. Like,
right,
do this
right.
to be like earn shit or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
like it's y'all's exercise of the day, but y'all needed like be out. But y'all
So like
can't
prison
do
rehab. Like, oh, go get your hour on the yard. Go get your hour on the
It's
yard.
our
And come
rec
back
time.
in, do
It's
some
our
more
rec
homework.
time.
And shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking Brooks coming out looking swole as shit. Like, looking like fucking Will Ferrell's killer character in Zoolander 2 coming out of the
With the
prison.
grills.
Well, that's the thing. Like my mom, when we were grounded, she was super fucking strict. I mean, like there was like we didn't get phones until a little bit later, but when we were younger, it was like no video games, no TV, no hang out with friends. The only thing we could do was we couldn't do like we couldn't even get in the pool because that was like one of my favorite things. So it was
No
either
bath.
like just sleep or do homework if we had it, and then if we needed to read, we could read. But that was it.
Nah, handwriting practice.
Yeah.
Man, y'all had some fucking.
Cursive handwriting practice.
Yeah.
What the
All right,
fuck?
you fucked up. Put your hands on the table for a slap.
No.
Dude,
Where's
my,
my
It wasn't that bad.
my
It wasn't
shit
that
was
bad.
always yard work.
Oh, that's
You know,
genius.
honestly,
Well, 'cause I'm-
that I was gonna say that's 100. I feel like
100
waiters hate me as far as like interaction. It's the same with like getting a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say the haircut thing because the haircut thing's funnier to me.
Okay.
So this one bitch, okay, the fact that it's starting off with this one bitch knows it's gonna be a good one. So usually when I get my haircut, I'm not like, oh,
What's that?
Make sure it's like, 1.7 inches, on the side. Like it's either buzz cut or say, hey, just make the side short, leave a little bit on the top, like whatever.
Oh, not me, dude. I'm like, I need a taper fade from a 0 up to a 1. I need you to also fade it into a faux hawk kind of style, pushed back. I want the fucking cowlicks trimmed up and trim up the top just a little bit and thin it out because it's a little thick.
I would fucking like just stab
I
you in
would've
the back
hated
of the head with the scissors.
I would
get all that?
So-
Did you get all that? Oh, by the way, can we shampoo it?
Okay.
All right, what were
Like
you saying?
I always add that after. Like, oh, I didn't add everything. Can we shampoo?
So
I'll
when
break it up in sections. It's not like, oh, I just want to do this. Okay, perfect. Oh, can we thin it out too? Oh yeah, sure. Can we also shampoo it? Oh, yeah, sure. Shut the fuck up. Like,
But so when I go sit in the chair, they're like, "All right, what do you want today?" I tell them exactly what I want, and I sit there like this. Oh, can you raise your head a little bit? Can you go to the left? I don't say
Why are
yes or anything, and they're like, "So how you doing today?" Good. Oh, nice.
I
So-
would hate you, bro.
Yeah, I
Dude,
talked.
hold
I
on.
talked.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's a reason I do this now. I used to
Okay.
be Chatty Cathy. Okay.
So they
So-
focus.
Yes. This one bitch was all like, yeah, my day's going good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was cutting my shit. Like, I was doing that. Fuck.
Why
This
was
bitch-
that sweet little white redhead saying all that?
Hold on. Funny enough, most of the ones that do that in Oklahoma are straight up like the whitest can be. Yeah.
What, you just gonna put Oklahoma on blast like that? Oh, is it 'cause
Yeah,
you
you got me fucked up. You think I go put Oklahoma on blast
Oh,
like
okay,
that?
you just
know
moved
what's
out of
real.
state. I get it.
You know what's real.
You just moved
You
out
know
of
what's
state.
real. Shit.
I do, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be thrown in with that group.
Shit. With the D, brother.
Shit.
What's Bracken?
What? Jesus.
What's poppin'?
Was papping. Brand new whip just hatting. Okay. So this bitch, when I sat down, I don't know if I was in a good mood, because usually I'm just not a very talkative person when I go to certain. Because like, for instance, like when I go to the store, I'm not the guy that I sit there and I'm like, oh, that looks like a nice box of Cheez-Its. I'm like, I grab everything. I'm in and out in like 15 minutes, and I got enough groceries for a week.
Him going to Walmart with me was so funny because like he was so in. And like we'd be in line, I'd be on the phone like recording a video and shit, and like we're just walking down the aisles, and I was making Snapchat stories, like we were checking out, and it said an overweight error, so I filmed it. I said, "What are they trying to say?" So I mean, bro, just watching him try to do that and me being just distracted the whole fucking time, like, "Oh, can we get these? Fuck off! Can we get these? Leave me alone." Like I'm trying not to distract him. I'm like, "Oh, this looks cool." Then he's like, "What looks cool?" Like, okay, tell me. So it's so funny.
It's my dad gene. I'm sorry. He's the same way.
Well, I get that way occasionally, but it's like whenever somebody else is like that, for some reason, I feel like I don't have to be. So that's why it's kind of
yeah. But like I sat down, and she was extremely nice. Don't get me wrong, extremely nice. She wasn't just like spilling bullshit or whatever. She was super nice. But then whenever she started, I was like, hey, I want. So like I don't get in detail, but I say like I want a zero fade. And then I want like a little bit off the top, so I can do the fuckboy comb over.
Is that because your basketball skills have zero fade? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Brooks's
In my
expression is
head-
how I'm feeling inside my
In my head, it sounded so much funnier, and that was not the reaction I was hoping to get. So I'm very sorry for speaking.
I'm really interested in this
Apologies.
conversation, like in your story, Derek. I really am.
But fellas, his basketball game has zero fade.
So as I
Into a
sat
comb
down,
over- into a comb over fuckboy haircut.
yes. So that's what I used to get all the time. I still kind of get it, just not as like in detail. This is when it was like really popular. So when I got that, I was like, yeah, this is how I want it. Okay, cool, great. Sometimes they'll ask for a picture of how you got it before so you can get it just how it was. So I was like, hey, actually, I have one. So I was like, here you go, right there. So I showed her to her. She's like, oh, yeah, I can do that. Great. So we sat down. She was quiet at first. She was, trimming the sides. And then she was like, so what do you do for a living? This is when I was working security. I was like, oh, I'm a security officer at a hospital. She's like, oh, great. Which one? I told her which one. And she was like, oh, I go there all the time. It's so great. And I'm like, cool. And then I was starting to get already a little bit annoyed because I was like, she's talking a lot and doing this and just not talking. The time thing wouldn't have been an issue, right? If she got my shit right. She fucked your boy up. So she forgot to take off.
Brooks is.
Yeah. We're getting there. Okay. She forgot to take off the zero part when she went across my head. Yeah.
Wow.
So she was.
So that's why you look like that.
Oh, you must have been fucking livid.
It gets better. So. The reason it got to that is because whenever she was, and I guess I can kind of go with crazy story a little bit too. I didn't realize how this is going, but so she was talking and she was like, oh yeah, that hospital, that's cool. Those guys are so nice over there. It's so cool you do this. Like, yeah, it's real nice. I've been working there for a while. I like it. Yeah, it's great. And then she's like, I refinished right here. I'm like, all right. If I would have noticed, great, it wouldn't have happened. But I was just kind of sitting there, whatever. I didn't realize that she didn't switch anything out. I didn't hear no fucking,
clicks, spray,
no fucking magazine reload. You know what I mean? Like just straight up, like got that. And she was like, yeah. So I think like my next thing. She went like that, and I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Well, because I'm not gonna lie,
I
was
said that.
Oh yeah. And she goes, "Oh honey." She goes, "Oh honey, oh honey." Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. She was like, I think we could fix it. And I said, shave off all my shit. Get it over with. Shave off all my shit right fucking now.
Oh, my gosh.
And she went, just calm down. I was like, don't fucking tell me to calm down. You should have known what to do. Shave off my shit. Get it over with. So I was at a.
And then she reached for the beard. And that's when she died.
I couldn't have this at a hospital.
I know, but I was just hoping people would picture you with that big ass.
That's one of the reasons why I'm terrified when I go into it.
The moment she reaches for her, you just catch her hand.
Oh, legit! Like now, whenever they do that, sometimes I say, "Don't touch any of it." I come in and I'm like, even if they're like, "Oh, this is the best cutter," and I'm like, "Don't give a fuck." When I go in there and I sit down, and they'll be like, "What do you want?" It's like, "Do you want to trim up the beard?" I was like, "Don't touch the beard. Don't even fade these in. Don't touch it." I was like, "Just do the hair." You're like, but it won't look good. Don't care. Don't touch it. Because I have these hard nightmare visions that they'll sneeze like that, and I'm like, throat, and then I kill them. So, so whenever she got done buzzing it off, the quietest she's ever been the entire time. So I was in, I was in heaven then, right?
Bro, this motherfucker came out looking like the Big Show.
She asked me, would you like a shampoo?
Yeah. Would you?
She asked me, would I like a shampoo? I must have been on one
that day. Were they
going to
charge you for the shampoo?
I must have been on one that day because you know what I did? I got up out of the seat and I picked up the hair she shaved off and I was like, let's go to the shampoo place.
No, bro.
And she went, okay, I get it. I'm really sorry. And I said, I'm not paying for this shit. And she went, oh, no, you still have to pay. I was like, oh, no. You didn't fucking do what I asked you. And then the manager comes out, and it's a fucking woman. And it's like another woman coming out. And then it's another woman coming out. No, the reason I'm saying that is because I thought I was going to fucking slap a bitch. Wasn't even on my mind. I wasn't getting in her face. I was sitting there like this, like trying to keep a posture, or I wasn't like aggressive, like leaning forward. I was sitting there, I was going like this. I was like, no, you fucked me up. You know what I mean? Like, I got a fucking goddamn eraser head now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying for this. And then the manager comes out, and I had to explain to him in a somewhat calm manner. I was like, I asked her for what it was.
Listen, bitch!
I was like, you saw me when I come in. My hair was long up top. I said, all I want is a zero fade on the side, a little bit off the top to make it even. And then she was talking, got distracted, and shaved me zero on one side. And I said, finish it, and let's get it over with. And I said, and then she asked me if I wanted a shampoo. I was like, for what? My scalp? And she goes, I understand. Go ahead.
If she asked you, would you like some SPF 50? You should have just fucking picked her up like Bane and crushed her around your feet. You fucking bitch.
So then the manager had to call the district manager. And I said, I'm not waiting here for this. I'm leaving. And then I'm glad I didn't, because she was like, no, you can't. Because I was like, the fuck I can't? She was like, sir, you have to calm down, or I may have to call the police. I was like, call the motherfucking police, please. I was like, I know you guys have cameras in this bitch for this exact reason, so that way nobody can steal shit from you.
Yeah.
I was like, and I know this is recorded, so don't try to tell me that I like fucking accused or I fucking threatened her, because I didn't threaten her. I pretty much just called her a fucking idiot. But anyways, they gave me my free fucking haircut after talking to the district manager. I had to talk to him on the phone. And then I basically was like, all right, so I'm never coming to this fucking establishment again. I'm not trying to be a Karen or a fucking douchebag. I'm just not going to come to this location. I've been to other locations that are great. I'm not going to say which one it is. I'll tell you afterwards. I've been to other locations and they're great. He said, hey, how about I give you a gift card? I denied the fucking gift card. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
I was like, the fact that I was like recommended this chick when I came in, I usually don't ask like, oh, what's your best hairstylist? That's fucking rude, because that's like going into a sales place. Who's your best salesman? You know how many fucking awkward faces would be like, oh, I mean, him.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody does that.
Well,
when I
that's why
walked in, they're like,
find...
she's the best, and I'm like, okay, is she available? Like, I just want my haircut.
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing. Whenever I find whenever I find somebody that can do my cut correctly or that does it good without me having to like micromanage, I just constantly go to them and like I'll refer. I want her to do it or I want them to do it.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
kind of
typically
recommend after the first cut. You like
yeah, and it's because like I know that they're not gonna fuck me up.
Yeah.
They're like, of course, a once in a lifetime thing could happen where they sneeze or do something, obviously, but it's not like the first haircut was horrible. So I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Okay.
And so yeah. So I do find myself in a position where like I'll recommend to get haircuts from somebody and they're busy. They got like 2 people lined up or something. And it's always like the older try to look more experienced things.
Just the fact that I brought up that story, I'm trying to like, you don't understand how hard my heart's beating, and I'm trying to calm down my like my head is sweating. My head is sweating, and it's 65 degrees.
That's like I understand how you still don't have trust ever. Because it's like, bro, once you have that experience, you're like, never again. It's kind of like my girlfriend really wants to cut my hair because of her 1 year of beauty school so far. She's like, can I cut your hair? I was like, oh, do you know how to taper fade into a fucking faux hawk with this much length on top and thin it out? Do you have thinning scissors? And like just shit like that. She's like, well, no. And I'm like, then no. You can't do it. It's like,
You can't touch my fucking hair.
Yeah, no, this is the this is the one attractive feature on my face. So I have to make sure it's,
it's up to standard.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Derek, do you think so since she asked you if you wanted the shampoo, do you think that you would have gotten it for free?
Fuck no, that's still her trying to get a sale.
Look,
That's an upsell. For
I
him.
get.
I know that, but I would like if that fucking shit happened, I would have just said, hey, I mean, you owe me something. And that's pretty. You either owe me this free, or you give me a free.
Just imagine that scene from Bugs Bunny on Elmer Fudd's head, like.
I get
no,
why.
Derek, you should have been like, if you have chia pet seeds or fucking hair growth formula, I'll take that shit.
Where's
but
Bosley?
Other than that,
Where
I don't
the
want
fuck
your
is
shampoo.
Bosley right now? Okay. I get why she asked.
Yeah.
And the reason I get it is because it's happened to me in the current workplace that I work right now. You have a bad experience. Look, I fucked up before. It happens.
Yeah.
I fucked up, and then at the end, I asked to sell them something. They looked at me like, bitch. It's almost like it. It's almost like instilled in your mind where it becomes like part of your regular, speaking. Like, for instance, like I remember asking this person information on their account 4 times in a row. Because for whatever reason, I don't know if it's my ADHD or whatever, one little thing distracts me, and I'm like, oh, in this? And they're like, I just gave it to you. I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Can you tell me again? Yeah, say it again. And then I'd say it the 4th time, and I could tell they're upset, and I'm like, I'm really sorry. It's just a habit. When I get into this certain system, I automatically like, oh, I see that I have to ask them this, what they need. They're like, I just gave it to you 5 seconds ago. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. So I get why she asked that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
But did
sorry.
she not see the noggin? How you see this right here? That was my head.
And what the hell is on Joey's?
And who the fuck came on my bread?
Bro, I'm sorry.
I had a
I
very
wanted to say
similar
that who the hell came on my
experience,
bread
too.
one,
That
but
shit sucks.
I want to hear it, Brooks. Let's hear it.
That I had just moved here, and it was right at the summertime, and I knew my hair was really long whenever I went, and I just wanted to get it somewhat everything lighted up so it's not super hot on my head during the summertime. Well, I went to a very close barbershop. It's a chain haircut place.
Yeah.
And and I go to them all the time, and I never have an issue with them. But I went this one day, and I said my numbers, and I know the numbers, and I said, hey, I want a 4 on top and a 3 on the side. You know, very
standard.
Trim it up.
Yeah.
Very standard. Nothing complicated at all. Well, I'm talking to her, and I'm not looking at the mirror because it's got a TV. So I'm watching the TV and talking to her at the same time. I'm never looking at the mirror.
oh,
And I
no.
go to look at the mirror, and all of my hair is gone. And I'm like, I still have to go to work today. I was so sick. But you know me. I'm not going to raise my voice. I'm not going to say anything. I normally I tip. I left her nothing. I just paid it. And I shouldn't have paid it, but I paid it. And I went about my day, and my mom was so furious. I was furious. My dad was furious. My mom was furious. Everybody at work was like, what happened to all your hair? I'm like, don't ask. Please don't ask.
Yeah.
Please don't
Can
ask.
Can I ask you guys a question?
I was so mad.
Because I might be by myself here, because I'm very particular about my hair, but I don't know. If it's a really good haircut, how much do you guys tip?
Yikes.
$10. $10.
I think the highest I've done is $10.
No, $10.
$10?
High five.
$5?
No, high five.
Bro.
No, high five.
High five.
Bro,
Good job.
Dead ass.
No,
I'll tip up
them.
I'll tip up to 15 or 16. It just depends on how good they do. If it's like a good experience overall.
Yeah.
Like I said, they shampoo my shit. So if it's longer than 2 minutes of a Hub's head scrub and shampoo and shit, I'm like like falling asleep.
If I walk out of there looking like I'm already thick, if I walk out in there looking like thick in like the good way, oh yeah, they're getting $20, 100%.
Yeah, well, look, if I'm doing this in the mirror when I get in my car, thinking I'm Zac Efron, then yeah, sure. Then yeah, you did a great fucking job. Because if you made me look like Zac Efron in his prime Baywatch net, god damn.
Okay, so yeah. Speaking of that, I went to a regular chain. I'm sure that anybody. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I went to a Supercuts. It's like one of the biggest chains in the world. I went to a Supercuts, and when I went in there, and the one I was talking about before is not. That's like a local one. That's what I'll tell y'all later. But I went to a Supercuts, and this was in Oklahoma. And I just went in there to get a standard haircut. You know, I was working at Family Video at the time, primarily, other than the other one. So I'm like, I didn't fucking care. I could wear a hat. So I went in there, and I told her, I was like, yeah, you know what? Just give me, I don't really know how to say, like, the numbers. And I was like, I just want to be able to kind of comb it over to the side a little bit. I'm not really particular on, and this is when I had it pretty long, almost as long as I have it now. And I was like, I never seen you here before. She goes, yeah, I actually work at a local barbershop, but I'm also friends with the owner of this Supercuts, and they asked me to come over and work. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Bro, she knew what the fuck she was doing. Mm-hmm. They teach them way different at barbershops than they do at...
Barbershops is the way to go.
She said, what are they called? The lines? What do they call?
Hard parts.
She's like, you want a hard line or a soft line? And I'm like, say what now?
Dude, I don't know any of that vocabulary.
And she goes, yeah, honey, do you want a hard line or do you want a soft line? I'm like, I don't know what that is. She showed me a picture, and I'm like, I mean, would I look good in that? She goes, yeah, I think you'd look good in that. And I'm like, yeah, I trust you. Do it.
I typically get soft lines up here whenever I'm getting. This is a hard line.
When I walked out of there, I was like, I've never had a haircut like this before. Like I had the haircut, like usually the haircut I had was the douchebags I make fun of for looking like that, like online. And I was like, I'm looking kind of clean with this haircut a little bit.
I'm looking
So when I
clean.
got to the end, and I was like, so when are you gonna be here next time? She's like, this is my only day here. And I was like, oh well, fuck it. I was like, where do you work? She's like, I work an hour and a half away. Fuck. And I was like, I don't care about a haircut too much. I don't care about a haircut that much. So I won't ever see you again. So I gave her a good tip, but I was like, I've never had a fucking haircut like this before. I was going in there, I was like touching the line, I could feel my fucking scalp, and it was like, it was all fucking even and shit. Dude, she did the haircut in like 12 minutes, by the way.
I got that. Yeah, because I got
like, you have to be somebody who literally like wakes up. You could do that shit in your fucking sleep. Like the way she did that, she was talking, by the way, also.
Mm-hmm.
But she was talking and doing it. She's like, yeah, you know, I really love my job. You're done. And I'm like, what?
You're done.
Like literally, like, you know, it's a good hairstylist. I'm like, all right, you done? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, yep, you good? And I'm like, can I see the back? She's like, I mean, I don't know why, but sure. Look at the back, and I'm like, God damn, you're right, I am good. All right, let's go.
If you had one dessert to pick,
God, is it because we're fat?
All the desserts. What would your favorite dessert be?
I'm glad he said it about me.
he said it doesn't really pertain to Austin very much. So food.
I guess I wasn't gonna answer this.
I like desserts.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just playing.
Your skinny ass.
I'm just playing. I love you. You know what? Actually, Austin, you go first.
What was the question again?
If you had to pick one dessert, what would your dessert be?
Now, is this like last meal style, or just like right now?
Like, yeah, like if all the desserts were taken off the planet,
Okay.
and you had to pick one, and that was the only dessert you could have after like all your meals, what would it be?
Go ahead,
Quick
Austin.
question. Quick question.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I need to ask this. Now, is this like, do you have to be specific, or can you just say pie and then get every kind of pie?
Be specific.
I would be specific.
Okay,
Yeah.
be specific.
Well, because I had to, because I know I'm going to get specific, but somebody's going to say cake, and I'm like, you son of a bitch! Now you get all kinds of cake. You get cheese cake, you get carrot cake, you get fruit
The
cake.
loophole. They found the fucking loophole.
Angel fruit cake. Yeah, bro. Like, so, because then I would just be like, ice cream, duh.
Ice cream.
Because then I can make an ice cream cake. Yeah, so I wanted to ask that question to kind of specify.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go, Austin.
One
more thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I think mine. It's a little weird, but it's like one of my favorites growing up was strawberry shortcake.
That's not weird. That's great.
The cartoon, you fucking weed.
No, okay. See, okay, I want to interject here because the way Austin set this up was like he was gonna say like, yeah, I really enjoyed fucking oatmeal raisin cookies with sour cream on top or some shit like that.
I like
He's over
oatmeal
here-
raisin cookies. Though,
Well, I
too.
said with sour cream on top. And the way
Yeah,
you-
but I'm sorry.
yeah, you were saying like, yeah, strawberry shortcake is so fucking weird.
Bro,
It's like, no, it's not.
Those
No,
are
I kind of figured that maybe it's not like.
Yeah, I know. It probably wouldn't be most people's first choice. I get what
those
you're
fucking those real cheap chocolate no bake cookies that like you just know you make kind of because they're just there.
Yeah.
It's not really like we're gonna bake cookies, but they're no bake. Oh. Like,
And I think that's the only reason why I worded it like that, but I really didn't mean to.
Did
that
your-
way. I was just
No,
trying to-
I got you. Now, when your mom made them, did she like how she did like the strawberry topping? Did she do it to where it was like a mix with like whipped cream and like other stuff on top of it, or was it just
So
like
it
cut
was like-
strawberries with whipped cream on
No,
top?
it was like a pound cake with. She would make homemade like a strawberry sauce.
Oh yeah.
And then we would put like just whipped cream on it. Sometimes it was like vanilla ice cream on the side, but I just really liked it with whipped cream and the strawberry in the pound cake. And I eat fucking shit out of that.
To be honest, I'm with you. Like I don't mind like I know my mom sometimes she gets a little crazy with her dessert stuff.
Yeah.
But I even like it when she just does like the standard stuff, like pound cake, cut strawberries, and just whipped cream on top. Like I'm with you. I would eat that shit all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom used to just make like blueberry cakes.
Blueberry
She was
cakes?
like-
I've never had that. Crazy. Blueberry cakes.
She actually made it for like our school. She'd make it for our neighbors one day. Like,
Yeah.
but she would just put like powdered sugar on it, and that shit was fucking fire.
Was it kind of like the pound cake where the blueberries were like baked inside of it? Was it like that style? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
What about you, Jake?
We picked a real rough topic for me to talk about while we're high because I was
Every
cake.
I guess it is kind of.
I know every cake that y'all were talking about is like, God damn.
I'm not gonna lie. When he started talking about cake, Jake went, "Take a fucking bite."
Where's my
I didn't know. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Yo, where my pizza, dog?
I'd say I don't know if it's just because it's like a recent kick I'm going on with ordering Zios like a motherfucker lately.
Really?
Zios?
Yeah,
I haven't heard of that place in a long time.
It's just it's because it's a date place that me and my girl go to, and it's got a the thing I order is called a sampler, and I get 3 different kinds of 3 pastas that I just I'm fat.
Welcome to the club.
Yep.
So it might be because of that, but I'd say probably like bread pudding.
Really?
I would never pick you to be a bread pudding guy.
I really didn't.
Well, it might just be Zio's fire bread pudding. But boy, every time I go there, and it might also be because on date night it only costs $30 for the whole thing, so I don't feel so bad about it. But every time I go
she
there,
only gets water?
No. Boy,
You having that glass of wine? Yeah.
No. I know what I'm saying is like, is that only because she gets water? You said $30.
No.
Okay.
No, she orders the same as me. She just doesn't eat the same as like she'll take it home with her.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm sitting there. I'll take dessert. Yeah. So I'd say bread pudding. I mean, bread pudding or I guess banana pudding, like holiday banana pudding. That's pretty fire too.
Oh.
Fresh Nilla wafers, dude. Slaps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking bussin'.
Bussin'. The shit bussin'.
So I'd say those 2 are my favorites. So
I love bread pudding, dude. I cream every time, man.
Well, especially when they like you pour the fucking caramel glaze on it. Now, like I said, it might just be Zio's, but god damn, that shit.
The fuck.
Bussin'. So yeah, I'd say bread pudding or banana pudding.
Brooks?
Man.
I was waiting.
I'm not gonna
I was
lie, when he
waiting to
started
ask
doing
myself
he
this
was like,
question.
I gotta tell these motherfuckers something.
He's like, I'm so glad I asked y'all this question
Hey, Brooks,
so I
Brooks.
can answer.
Give
it to me. Oh, I was trying to time it. Damn it.
I'm gonna have to go with a Mississippi mud pie.
Well, hold on a second. Are we talking about the same thing here?
Let me look on Urban Dictionary.
What question are you answering right now? What question are you answering right now? Did you want to look at your board again?
It's basically a chocolate pudding with cookies.
Oh,
Oreo cookies.
Okay.
With cookies.
Whipped cream on top.
Yeah.
And they dust it more with some more Oreo cookies on top.
God damn.
That shit popping. That shit popping. I'm fucking dead.
Oh my god.
No, just the fact that he's like, shit.
Oh, that made my night.
That made me
Oh my gosh.
You're still dying. I do have another topic.
No,
for you, by the way,
did
fellas, after this.
the pop come through? Did the pop come
Yeah,
through?
dude.
Perfect.
That shit was crispier than McDonald's Sprite, big fella. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, that was so good. That made my fucking night, dude.
Fucking shit!